No, bring your bags on live.
Hey guys, welcome to another one of my live streams. Today I'm going to be showing you how I do my morning routine. I've done videos on how I do my night routine. I've done videos on how I do my 12 o'clock meds. I've done videos on how I do my 2:30 meds. And this morning I'm going to do a video on how I do my morning routine. My morning routine is the most involved. The first thing that happens is behind the scenes, which is that my caregiver smushes up all of these medications in the pill crusher. We call the pill crusher the silent night. So I take Topamax for mood stabilizer and headaches. I take benztropine for movement disorder. I take methamphetamine to prevent UTIs, and it does nothing. I have one UTI after the next constantly. I take baclofen. This one I take 3 times a day, and it's for spasms, and again, could help a lot more than it does. I take Midodrine to keep my blood pressure up. I take it 3 times a day. But overnight, I dip as low as 80s over 50s. So we're trying to figure out if there's something we can do about it. I take fludrocortisone, which is a steroid, and it's part of why my face is so puffy, even though I'm so little. And I take just in the morning, and it brings up my blood pressure and brings down my heart rate. I take levothyroxine, which is for my thyroid. I have an underactive thyroid. I take Lasix because I am in stage 2 kidney failure. And I take loxapine for my schizoaffective disorder. And those are all the meds that get crushed up and put inside a little baggie and get crushed up. And then they get mixed with the liquid meds. And some of the liquid meds.
Here, that's the gabapentin. Just take that.
This one is gabapentin.
These are the crushed ones.
And these are all those meds I just showed you, all crushed up mixed with a little bit of hot water. All the meds I just showed you. So we're going to set that aside. Oh, yeah. This one, is there a label on it? This one is morphine. I take 15 milligrams every 3 hours. And all of these meds I'm showing you, I can't just drink them. There's one more liquid med. Hold on. There's this one, which is Valium. I take 2.5 milligrams in the morning, 2.5 milligrams at night, and 5 milligrams before I go to bed. And all these medicines, I can't take them the usual way. I can't swallow them. What I do is I take them, we put a syringe right into here, we untwist this part, clamp this part, and then squirt them in through here. The end of this tube ends in my jejunum, my small intestine, and my small intestine is the least paralyzed organ in my body, so some of them get absorbed. I have to take really high doses of medicine, even though I only weigh 78 pounds, around there. So we don't know exactly because our scale's broken. But last time I was weighed, I was 78 pounds. It said I was 81 pounds on our scale yesterday, but we think our scale's broken. But anyway, the meds go in through here, and I get ridiculously high doses so that there's a chance that they'll get absorbed. The rest of my meds go to my central line, And we use this line. This is rubber ducky, I call it, because this little part is yellow, like a rubber ducky. And we push my IV meds to this part. While my caregiver is going to be pushing my meds through my J tube, I will be pushing my meds through rubber ducky. But that's not the end of it, not for morning routine. Morning routine is very complicated. After we do the mixing the meds and the IV meds and the J2 meds, I have 2 shots. This injection is called Relistor. I'll show you what the needle looks like. See, it's got a skin. Can you see the needle on here? It's got a really skinny needle. And it goes right in my stomach or my arm. I hope I can put this back on. I don't know if I can put this back on. I don't know if this will go back on. See if you can put this back on. I'm not opening the globe in the next one to show you the needle. My caregiver is going to try to put the needle back, the top back on that one. Otherwise, we're going to get a new one. Did you get it? Oh, she got it. This is the other one. This is my Lovenox. It's a blood thinner. A few years ago, I had a blood clot in my lung, and I was in the ICU for 6 days on a heparin drip. Because I have a central line, which is this thing right here that branches out into these tubes, this alone puts me at a high risk for blood clots. Then you add to the fact that I'm immobile, that puts me at risk for blood clots. Add to that the fact that I have a history of a pulmonary embolism, an embolism in my arm, and a DVT that like a billion times a billion magnifies my risk of another pulmonary embolism, which could be deadly and oftentimes are. So I have to take this shot every morning when I take the Relistor. The Relistor is supposed to negate the effects of opioid-related constipation because I do take an awful lot of morphine. I am in the end stages of my small fiber neuropathy. We don't know how long I have left to live. It could be anywhere from months to a year. Or who knows? I can shock them. You never know. So, but I am on high doses of morphine, so I do need the Relistor to help prevent constipation and bowel obstructions. And in 1 minute, my caregiver is going to come back in here. Oh, here's some more medications I take. I take this medication, levetiracetam. This one is to protect my liver. I am going into liver failure. It's a consequence of the IV nutrition, otherwise known as TPN. This is what my TPN looks like. The yellow bag behind the Winnie the Pooh bag is TPN, the yellow one. So we put this into the TPN bag. And I think she took the other stuff in the other. This is another medication I take. This one is called Protonix. Right now, it looks like it's all powder, but when you mix it with water, it turns into a liquid, and then it can be injected through my central line with my IV meds. This is another IV med. This one is Benadryl. This prevents me from having allergic reactions to pretty much everything in the air, and from being nauseous, and from having high levels of inflammation. A normal C-reactive protein is 0 to 8. My C-reactive protein is usually around 200. This helps get it down. This is my Phenergan. It is another anti-nausea med. I take it every morning with my meds because my J2 meds make me super nauseous and I get really sick. And I feel like I'm going to puke if I don't take them at the same time. And my caregiver's going to draw it up into a syringe when she gets around to it. And then this is my Zofran. It's in a multi-dose vial. She's going to drop 2 milliliters, which is 4 milligrams. And we're going to inject it into my central line. And the last 3 meds I just showed you are all going to be in one syringe. So let me grab my meds. So these are all the meds. Oh, this is the last one I'm going to show. Oh, it's not here.
What is it?
The sorry cortex.
Oh, I have it. I probably just hang on a minute. It's right here. You know me, I can't keep it in the cup.
I know. This is my side cortex. This helps it so I don't have an adrenal crisis. So I'll put that right there so I can't squirt out. And then this is a saline flush. I use it between every med pass. And then...
Did you show me that?
Not yet.
Okay.
This is my heparin flush that I use at the end. Oh, where's the heparin? This, it's called levothyroxine on the package, but it's my Keppra. It gets injected into this bag, and then it goes into me on this pump over here for about 25 minutes.
You just, when we do this,
Let's
you'll
do
just have
the
to
IV
adjust it.
meds first.
Yeah. Like the stuff on your lap, right?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. But once we get to that part, just adjust that so they can see.
Yeah, I will.
Help me with your tube, baby. Grab your catheter too. It's stuck.
Catheter?
Yeah, it's stuck down here. There we go. Oh. Okay.
So we're just getting ready to clean the line. Can you just put your gloved hands in the picture? She's cleaning the end of my line with the alcohol prep. And now you can start priming the camera. Getting rid of the now. I'm pushing in the soggy cortex.
I don't know if you want to angle or try to move that so they can see both of these. It's up to you.
Let's see if I can. I just don't want to show your hands.
Well, it's okay. It's okay like if it's a little bit.
I just want to show your hands, not me. So now I'm pushed through a saline flush now that I pushed my steroid through. If I don't take that steroid, my blood pressure drops dangerously low and I'll black out and I'll lose consciousness for up to 24 hours in a row. If it goes any longer than that, I have to go to the hospital in my wheelchair van, unconscious, because that's how bad Berkshire Medical Center treats me, that we're literally afraid they'll kill me if I go there unconscious in a blacked out state, because they have no idea how to treat me and they're my local hospital. And if we call 911, they'll bring me to Berkshire Medical Center, which is my local hospital. So the plan is if I black out for longer than 24 hours and my steroids not waking me up, then I have to get Hoyer lifted into my wheelchair, put in the car, and driven to Mass General, where they actually know me because I'm covered by the complex care team there, and they would know what to do. Because my neuroendocrinologist that is in charge of my adrenal insufficiency, or Addison's disease is the other name for it, knows all about medications to treat it and ways to handle it. I have a lot of meds. This one, I have to push really slow because it has Benadryl in it. It's diluted, but it's still Benadryl, so if I do it too fast, I'll get like a burning, crushing feeling in my throat. It kind of feels like CAT scan dye. It's kind of the same thing. You just don't get as warm. But if you push it slow, you don't really feel anything. And I'm already getting nauseous from the J2 meds because my stupid GI tract doesn't know how to behave itself. Is that the water?
Yep.
So we're done with the J2 meds. I just have to flush and the IV meds. I just have to do something called heparinizing the line. If you notice, this cap is blue and the syringe is shorter. This is not a saline flush. This is a heparin flush. This prevents blood from clogging the line or even causing an aneurysm if it clogs the line and you push too hard and then push the clot into your brain. So it's really important to use heparin. Now, I put these green caps on the ends of these lines, but I'm going to have my caregiver do it because the sponge in the green cap is made of something called chlorhexidine, and I'm allergic to chlorhexidine, so I can't touch it without my arms starting to break out. So the next thing we're gonna do, here, let me put your face up again. I'm just gonna use my inhaler. That I have to swish and spit after my inhaler. I'm good.
Okay.
I have to spit and swish after my inhaler because it's a steroid inhaler. Time for eye drops.
So brave.
My eyes were not that bad, but back in 2018, I had a really bad fungal infection in my line, and it got to my eyes. And so now I have a lot of problem with dry eyes. I developed an astigmatism, and there's nerve damage on my right eye. But up until then, my eyes were a lot better.
I'm just going to suck this up and then we can do the shots. I just forgot.
Do you want to do it with your hands over there?
Huh?
Can you do it with your hands over
Yeah, it
there?
doesn't matter. It don't matter. Becca. We're good. It's good.
Not to show them?
No, it's good. We're good, yeah.
Okay.
It's good.
So now we're drawing up the capra. That's the capra, and we pull it all up into the syringe.
I didn't realize what you were talking about. I apologize. I don't care. You
Oh,
can move
that's
it.
okay.
Just move it so they can see the pump in a second. We're just gonna have to.
This is the Vista pump.
It's okay, but just for this part, I promise.
I'm just trying to get a good angle of it. Sorry, I'm trying to get a good angle of this. Has to be able to see here.
Okay. Oh, so hold on.
Yeah, you
Lower
can
your.
see it here.
Okay. Sit it down over there, though, Becca. When we sit it on your bed, sit this on your bed, the laptop. We're gonna figure this out so you're not holding.
Well, that was the Vista pump.
because I don't want you hanging.
Well, they
like
saw
that.
the Vista
Okay.
pump. That was the Vista pump. That's the pump that my Kepra runs off of.
If that angle, can they see us when we do the TPM? And that all that goes
Why
there?
don't you turn it toward me?
I don't care for this part. This is only a short part.
Yes, I'll turn it toward me.
Turn what part?
The whole pole.
Here, just look at this one.
Hold on, guys. Technical difficulties.
This one's any better.
We just want a real.
Oh, that's way better like that. Way better.
Yes, so that's the Vista pump. You can see my hydration bag hanging on the IV pole. It's a clear fluid. And then you'll see 2 cloth bags. Each cloth bag has an IV pump in it. And then you'll see a yellow bag. The yellow bag has my TPN in it. TPN stands for Total Parenteral Nutrition, or IV nutrition, basically. It's a way of eating where you don't have to use your digestive tract. All of the liquid in that yellow bag is going to go straight into me through here in my chest. And that's what keeps me alive. That's how I eat, and that's how I drink. So we're putting in the Kepra. Sometimes this pump gets a little finicky. It wants just the right amount of slack for it to work or it'll alarm. But all in all, it's a pretty good pump. The pumps in the cloth bags are easier because you can just hang them on a wheelchair and go. My wheelchair has 2 IV pumps on it. I'm not sure if you guys have ever noticed on any of my lives, but the back of my wheelchair, I hang off it my IV bags and my bags with the pumps in it. Sometimes it's a little hard to see in the picture. So now the pump is priming. Sorry, I dozed off for a second. Guess I didn't have enough sleep. It takes a minute for the Kepra to prime, but once it does, it's pretty easy to get it started. Did I finish my antibiotics?
Yeah. No.
Oh, my antibiotics are
We
at
still
night,
have,
not during the day.
We still have two nights left, anybody.
Okay. For some reason, I thought I did my antibiotics in the morning, but my antibiotics are at night. What's going on? Oh, okay. So as you can see, it's not very easy to just jump out of bed, throw on some clothes, maybe swallow a vitamin, grab a coffee, and roll out the door. That is not my life. That is not how it works for me. Not one little bit. It's hard being dependent on people too, though. So now I am going to give my Kepler line, which comes out of this one. This one's normal saline and the Kepler is compatible. And my caregiver's gonna scrub it. Alright, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna flush a little bit in. Check for blood return. I got a blood return. I'll flush the rest of it in. I don't flush it all the way because I don't need all those fluids. Shoot, we need to flush this side too. I forgot that this side. I forgot to clamp this side. But we'll hook up the Kepler first. I've been having really serious issues with forgetting to clamp things.
Let go.
I just need one more saline flush.
Yes, I have it right here. Here, take
Awesome.
it. And then I got the alcohol. You just gotta give me 1 second to hook this.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
we know.
My pumps are telling us they're ready to be changed. Hold on, I'm just gonna clamp this one for a second while I flush this one. Oh no, I got a drop of blood on my shirt.
What?
I got a drop of blood on my shirt.
Okay, relax. We can get that off with peroxide right after you live.
Okay.
Give me it. Let go of it, Rebecca.
Is it done?
No, it's not going. Let go. I got it though. No, it's not. I don't know why.
This is ready to be hooked back up to here.
So you fucking pouring a little checking. Yes, it's all.
Crisis averted. And now the right one's clamped and the wrong one's the right one's clamped and the other one's not clamped. And we shouldn't have any further issues. Oh no. I think they gave me faulty tubes.
I've never seen this happen. It's so weird.
Me neither. This happened yesterday too for some reason. It's like my lungs just want to suck my blood out. They're vampires.
They're all going, so just give me a second. It's okay. I'm gonna get there. They're just all going off.
Did I clamp off the wrong one? I clamped off the wrong one.
Alright, cool. Yes, I'm coming. There
This is turning into a disaster.
we go. We got it out.
I knew she could do it. I got faith in her. I got the coolest team of caregivers working for me. Where we're gonna try hooking up the camera again.
Let's try and spin.
Is it working?
Yep.
We did it!
I just wanted to make sure now.
The next thing we need to do is... Oh, we don't switch my TVN yet, do we?
Huh?
Is it too early to switch?
They have like an hour left. But today is a white bag, so it's up to you.
Let's wait.
Okay.
So the only things we have left to do are switch out my TPN bags and get me in the Hoyer lift and into the living room so I can park myself near the coffee table, play with my toys, and work on my work. So that is how I do my morning routine. If you have any questions, I would love it. Otherwise, take care, guys. Bye.
Thank God she just stopped.